Alright, today this is the Hellcat by Lyons. He's a custom knife maker out of Arizona. He has a line of Balisongs he's doing right now, and he has one like cleaver style Balisong he's doing right now too, which I've only seen as a one-off, but it's called the Hellcat. He originally did this in just full titanium, and I wasn't entirely too up and up on that until I saw he was doing them with G10 handles, just because the full tie handles I saw he was doing just looked a little bit, seemed like they were going to be way too handle heavy, and I'm happy I made that decision, because the G10 handle version he does is, this ran me $525. And for that price, the quality, the specs you're getting is just, it's really, really incredible, because knives I see with this specs and this quality, the custom individual attention to detail are tend to be going for well over that. I mean, if you want to try and get an EX10 or something, you can get your hands on one if you can retail for a couple $100 more than this, but then on secondary, you know, you guys know what they go for. Anyway, I had him do this with Jade G10. He anodized the liners blue and the spacers pink. His ano is very, very even and consistent. No gaps in color. Everything's uniform. His shaping on the handles is also very good too, because these handles are fat. It's not a small bally. If you like slim, light ballies, this probably is not the one for you. I would liken it to probably about where a fat lady's at. I've never owned or handled one, but from what I read and see, that's about where you're at with sizing on this bally. Jason's finishing work on this knife is just impeccable. I mean, I literally cannot find a flaw in this knife, and I waited a couple weeks to do this video because I wanted to just make sure I'm past that initial honeymoon phase, and then you tend to find something wrong you don't like about the knife, and I haven't found anything. His finishing work is just, it's perfect. Ano is even and consistent. G10 is smooth, shaped very nicely and evenly. Zero handle play, it runs on caged ceramic bearings, and one thing I noticed, if I can get it to focus, is there's a pocket milled into the blade where the caged bearing sits, but then there's also another steel bearing race that sits in a pocket in the liners. So you don't have the bearings rolling directly against the titanium of the liner, which is, I like ballies with bearings. I have a bunch of them, and I've only seen that in one other bally, maybe my Scorpius, but it uses like really thin steel washers inside against the titanium, so the bearings aren't rolling directly against the titanium. I think that's my Scorpius. Don't grill me to that. I know one of my ballies has that, but I forget which. Maybe my Superfly. I haven't disassembled either in a while, so. But for $525, you are getting a hell of a deal, and it's worth every single penny. This Bally actually flips extremely well. On top of being drop dead sexy. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but it's 10 1/8 inches, 5.8 ounces, 154 cm steel, ceramic caged bearings, and has no observable handle play whatsoever, and it's G10 over liners too, so you would expect like some flex and give, but there is none to be had whatsoever. Balanced extremely well. It's big, much bigger than a Thai Basilisk, but I would say that your balance is right around the same as a Thai Basilisk, even though your handles are thicker, what the fuck. But no complaints whatsoever with the way it flips. Although I do have big hands, suffice to say. I'll show you guys. Let's do just for size comparison's sake. That's next to the Thai Basilisk. Oh. But where you're really gonna see the difference is here. So your handles are much thicker, but the way he shapes the G10, where you're doing most of the work and gripping on to do most of your flipping, they're shaped very nice, so it doesn't feel nearly as big as they really are. If you go by just looking at the end of the handles, you're gonna think that it's gonna feel a lot fatter than they are. Hidden Zen pins, what else? Fan's fine, balance is perfect for what I like. Overall, I was just really impressed with this knife, and I wanted to wait until a week or two after I had it just to get some solid impressions. But wanted to bring you guys some info about this. Jason Lyon, custom knife maker out of Arizona, making some really good custom Ballies. If you're in the market for a custom, I would say definitely worth giving a shout. You can find him on Instagram. I'll tag his I cut myself off on that last clip, but I tagged his Instagram and I dropped his website in the description down below. If you guys wanted to try and get in touch with him to have one of these made, or if you just want to go check out his page, he's got a bunch of pictures and they're definitely worth checking out because his work's really good. But if you guys like these videos I'm making and want me to keep making them, just drop a like and subscribe, and I definitely will keep making them because I do enjoy it. But otherwise, stay safe, flip hard, and take care.